Understanding how to get your barrel to accelerate. As a hitting coach, as a hitter, it doesn't matter who you are. If you're involved in hitting and instruction, learning the physics behind what's going on is crucial. And it's too often that most people don't understand what's going on. They look at a major leaguer, they see somebody doing something on TV, and they try to replicate that. But why? Why is having a long swing bad? Why is having a short swing good? Why is having an inside-out swing not good or good? I mean, and these things have been a matter of opinion for my entire life as a coach and a player. People telling me you want to be short to the ball. Okay, why? You want to be inside out. Why? You got to let the ball get deep. You want your bat in the zone for a long time. Why? That's the thing that people don't understand. So let's look at the physics behind it and use the science, the factual science, to decide what's best. So this photo right here is a picture of a rotating body in motion. So you have a guy holding a string. Let's just assume there's a weight on the end. That could be a bat. It could be a weight on the end of a rope. It doesn't matter. Or a bucket full of water. Anything. So he's holding it and he's spinning. So his hand connecting to the string is the axis point. That's the center. The distance to the line of the circle is going to be your radius. The centripetal force is an inward-seeking force that puts tension in whatever you're holding. That's why when you spin your kid or, have something and spin in a circle, it rises. It comes up off the ground until it's parallel. It won't go above that, but until it's parallel. The reason that it doesn't rise above parallel is because it's going to come out to 90 degrees. All right, it comes out 90 degrees off the end of whatever it is you're swinging. That's the direction of it's called the force vector. So to accelerate a bat, the key is to control your force vector. So if you look, I'm going to show you what the formula is just to get one more example of what I'm talking about. There's the velocity, where it says velocity with that arrow coming down. It's coming down 90 degrees off of the axis, off of the radius to the axis. So knowing the formula for this, it's a centripetal acceleration is the AC. That equals velocity or tangential velocity squared over your radius. So you want to keep your radius small. We don't want a large radius because we're dividing by a huge number, and your centripetal acceleration is going to be reduced. We don't want to reduce that. We don't want to resist acceleration. We want to aid acceleration. We want to speed things up even more. And this is putting it past what you can do physically. How fast can you rotate your body? So this is a kid that 3 months ago is what his swing looked like. So you can see the bat in his swing. I was able to map out his bat path. So as his bat comes forward, he's already creating a force when he's swinging. So his bat comes down, it starts to swing over the plate. So you can see in that first arrow, which is going to be this one right here, he's going to go from where he's at. He's already rotating. He's already starting to throw it. So there's a force pulling that way. That red arrow is the direction that there's a force pulling his barrel that way. So his body, he's already imbalanced. This would be an example of a long swing. Then now his barrel's being pulled again over the plate. Now it's coming way out, and now he's going to make contact. This is an example of restricting acceleration. This is not efficient. This is not going to get him going faster. Same kid. This is more recent. This was probably within the last 2 weeks. The green is going to be where his bat begins to accelerate. If you look at this video, his bat does not begin to come to accelerate or pick up any speed at all. He's just turning it into position, and his body's generating torque. So when his body is separating like this, his bat still, if you look, relative to his shoulder, all his bat's done is rotate. It hasn't started to accelerate. Now from this point, this is where the bat begins to accelerate. The green is the entire path of acceleration. He's going to make contact right there at the last green mark. So his bat has accelerated and reached a pretty good speed, or a pretty good velocity at the point of contact. Here, I'll do it slow. That is all those forces, those green forces coming down. That is aiding acceleration. The white right there, that's just his backswing. That's just slowing back down again so he doesn't hurt himself. But there, you can see that the force vectors are much tighter. This is a short swing, but he gets long out in front at the ball. He hits the ball in front of his body, not over the plate. This is the same kid. As he swings, he's going to throw his knob at the ball. The acceleration part is only to accelerate the knob. Now, when his hands stop, his barrel is going to whip forward. You can see it. It comes out all on its own, And that is the centripetal force, or the centrifugal forces pulling his barrel out right here. That ball's right on top of him. Watch his bat. It just whips out. That's the force. So now there's a lot of different ways that happens. I'm gonna have to make a different video on that, but just keep watching what he's doing. The bat's gonna start, once it starts to come forward, it's gonna speed every millimeter that it travels. Everything done before that, all the centripetal force, everything else is just to create power for this point right here. This kid right here is 12 years old. He's swinging a 33-inch, 30-ounce wooden bat. It's a high school bat. He has no problem swinging it because he's not swinging it. He's rotating his body, throwing his knob, and physics is pulling that barrel out for him. So back to the conversation of what's better, a long swing, a short swing, inside out swing, not inside out, whatever. None of them. The scientifically, or from a physics standpoint, the best swing to have is to be short to the ball and extend through it. Hit the ball out in front of you. You can go oppo, still hitting the ball out in front. It's not let the ball get deep, because if you let the ball get deep, your bat doesn't accelerate. You just hit the ball at an angle out in front of you where your bat's had time to accelerate and you extend through it. The bat velocity is the most potent variable in the formula for kinetic energy. Everything we're doing here is to generate more kinetic energy. So to generate more kinetic energy, we need to generate more velocity.